Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into some sources packed with what we're calling wisdom for astute investing. The idea is to get past the usual noise, find those clear insights that really help you. Okay, let's unpack this.
Exactly. And our mission here is really to pull out those, critical nuggets of knowledge. We want to help you understand not just what to do, but crucially, why it matters for long-term success. It's more about frameworks than just tips.
Okay, so starting with the basics, our sources hammer home things like diversify your portfolio and invest long-term. We hear these all the time. But for you listening, someone trying to build real wealth, what's the deeper take? What does the astute investor actually do differently here?
Well, what's fascinating is how these simple ideas get misunderstood. Diversification, it's not just buying, say, 5 different tech stocks. Astute investors think broader, different asset classes, geography, maybe company size. It's about managing overall risk, optimizing for risk-adjusted returns.
Right, risk-adjusted, not just chasing the highest possible number.
Precisely. And the long-term view, that's really about harnessing compounding, means having the stomach to ride out the market's ups and downs. History shows patient money tends to win over short-term bets.
Yeah.
You can't let today's headlines dictate your whole strategy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially the compounding part. Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting for me. The sources talk a lot about psychology. Stay patient, avoid emotional decisions. Easier said than done, right? Especially when the market's going wild. How do you actually fight that urge to panic sell or jump on a trend?
Yeah, and this raises a really important question about behavioral finance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Markets feed on emotion, fear, greed. Think back to the dot-com bust or 2008. People who panicked often sold to the bottom, locking in huge losses.
Ouch.
Whereas those who stayed patient or even bought more when things looked bleak, they eventually did much better. So patience and emotional control, they're vital. They help you stick to your plan, a plan you made when you were calm and rational, and avoid those impulsive moves that just wreck your long-term goals. It's about managing emotion, not pretending it doesn't exist.
Managing it. Okay, that feels like a constant internal battle sometimes. So moving on, the sources also stress the analytical side. Focus on fundamentals, do thorough research. With all that noise online, tips everywhere, how can you practically apply that? How do you find the real signal?
It's about seeing past the hype, really. Focusing on fundamentals means understanding the actual business you're investing in. What's its edge? Who's running it? Is the balance sheet strong? Does it make real cash? It's asking, is this a solid business worth owning at this price?
Not just will the stock pop tomorrow.
Exactly. And thorough research backs that up. It means you have to dig deeper than just reading headlines or following, some influencer. What's fascinating here is, well, how often people skip this part? They chase quick wins instead of doing the homework, and that's where they often get burned.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up for you, our listener. The core wisdom seems to be diversify smartly across different assets, keep that long-term vision front and center for compounding. Cultivate patience, get a grip on your emotions, really focus on the underlying business fundamentals, and always do your own thorough research. Seems like those are the real building blocks.
Absolutely. And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, these principles sound straightforward, right? But actually doing them consistently, that takes discipline. It takes a commitment to keep learning and, frankly, the humility to adapt.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, how could applying this kind of thinking, patience, discipline, deep analysis, benefit other big decisions you make in life, not just your investments? Something to think about.